What is up, and welcome to Monkey Ventures.
We're live.
We are live, yes.
Okay. I can't tell.
It says live.
Sure.
Counting. This is a review for Superman.
Superman.
Superman. We legitimately just got back from the theaters, like 10 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. So, coming at this fresh and ready. You want to do the synopsis of the movie?
I was not prepared for that.
I know. I throw things at you. That's the fun of running the channel. Because it'd be good to know what happens. This is going to be just spoiler rated. We're not going to try the spoiler free version. And the ultimate question is, one, if it's good. Two, does this justify the new DC universe? And does it set it up? Both, I think, are very important looking at this going forward. Ooh,
Jesus Christ.
that was very loud. I apologize.
Every synopsis I'm finding is like 13 paragraphs deep.
Then summarize the synopsis.
What?
What? Have you never summarized a summary?
No. That's not how that works.
I mean, it is if you didn't read the book. And you have to write a book report, and it's like 4 a.m.
Quick synopsis. Superman must reconcile his alien Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing as reporter Clark Kent. As the embodiment of truth, justice, and the human way, he soon finds himself in a world that views those as old-fashioned. Yeah.
Yeah, that is quick enough. That is short enough. I am gonna start with this, going back to the James Gunn interview where he said this is all about politics. This is that's not.
There's like 2 lines that you can take out of context, and that's really it.
Yeah, this does feel like a Superman story, which is what it needed to do.
Yes.
So hooray on that. Way to do the bare minimum of a superhero film. How are the action scenes?
I think the action's great. I personally, I love James Gunn action scenes. Specifically, he does a certain thing where the action will be mostly be taking place in the background while you have a character in the foreground, and you're supposed to be watching from their perspective, per se. And he does that a lot in his films, and I like that personally. I think the action's great. Particularly the fights in the third act feel like a Saturday morning cartoon or something straight out of a comic book.
Okay. I'm all over the place on these action scenes, to be honest with you. There are some that feel good. There are some that feel I should be watching a Marvel film, and I'm not watching DC when I'm watching a DC movie.
Okay.
Because DC always has had more of a down and dirty kind of fight style.
I think you're thinking of the DCEU, and they're trying to separate themselves from that.
I get that, but at the same time, this legitimately feels like I'm watching like a Marvel movie.
I mean, it's a comic book movie, so.
Yes, but the two comic book lines are very different and feel very different. Don't get me wrong. I'm criticizing, but I'm not criticizing.
Yeah.
Like, again, they're still good scenes. It's just there are some scenes that just feel very more tame.
Okay.
Especially for the DC. DC does not mind getting dark and gritty, and even the comic books are the dark of it. And this feels very. We wanted to make sure we had the PG-13 film, so we're playing Marvel. We're following that.
I could see why you would think that, yeah.
Hot Girl.
I'm just gonna group all of the Justice Gang together. In all honesty,
I'm gonna break them apart because the shots of her through the hallway
She does nothing but scream and
And
swing
it
her
does
little mace.
not look good
No.
at all. Again, when we go to these movies, we're going to, one, go enjoy it, ideally. That would be the best situation. But two, to critique. That is why we're there. We're there to review it. So I'm going to call out fallacies when I call out fallacies. I made the comment to Justin. Earlier in the film, it looks like Superman is wearing clown shoes. As he points out when we went back and look at pictures, it's the fact that it is a fisheye lens.
It's a type of fisheye lens, which like there's a specific shot, and like you can probably look this up in one of the trailers, where Superman's in like a glass cube and he's reeling back a punch, and as he goes to punch it, the focus shifts from Superman to his fist, and then as he's punching it, it focuses on the glass. It's a specific lens that they use that is like 3 different apertures. It's really, really, really cool. Filmmaking wise.
Oh, it's on. Why are we searching Bing? Computer? Nobody uses Bing.
Computer.
But like, I typed it this exact way earlier, and it popped it up on Google. Yeah, there it is. There's the shot.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that's what was blown up. Grab this guy and go to. Don't mind that. Well, this one was set up properly the other day for this. Yes, it is. Change this to boom and visible.
Boom. That's hard to see that.
But like, that doesn't look good. I'm not. I get it because of the way the lens is. This doesn't look good.
I will also say that this is only on screen for 2 frames.
It is a very.
You were just looking for it.
I wasn't looking for it.
Oh, okay.
No, I did not look at anything beforehand. I saw this and this bugged me.
Okay.
So I'm pointing it out. But again, that's because I'm used to looking for this kind of stuff. Another, again, nitpick kind of view is straightforward. I know me. Oh, I'm good. That's gonna search Bing again.
Why is Bing your default?
I don't know. I don't think it was.
Actually, no.
We don't want to use a video because then that's going to that claimed.
Nope.
There are no shots of it.
Just look up a hot girl close up, because I know exactly what you're talking about. Huh?
Either it's been scrubbed from the internet.
That's not the case.
I mean, it is if they're trying to protect the movie. I guess maybe we're not going to be able to.
There you go.
Oh, there's the image. There's the image. Open image, a new tab. It's not great, but it will do. It will do. So we want back on this one. Like, that doesn't look good. You don't see it often. And I think there's one shot that's a little bit better that the face looks a little warped just because of how fast she's moving. That's not a great looking shot. But that's fine. It is what it is. Lex Luthor.
I mean, I like Nicholas Hoult in this. I think he has great chemistry with Superman. The way that he's able to like strain his head muscles in order to get his veins to pop on his bald head looks great on camera.
So, I'm kind of back and forth on him.
Yeah, because I know initially, at the beginning of the movie, you said you did not like his portrayal of Lex.
And that's more so because, so Lex Luthor is always, until he builds the mecha suit, he's always very much a weak character.
I don't know.
Well, sorry. He is always more of a weak character, but he has still a very strong, commanding presence. Mm-hmm. And at least those first few scenes that we get of him, he doesn't have that aura. And I don't think he ever really gets it until, like, the last few seconds. The portrayal's good. He feels like a good Lex Luthor. It's just he doesn't have that vibe of Luthor yet. I'm also very surprised when we're talking Lex Luthor that we're this first one of this new series. We're already starting with Luthania. We're already starting with that run because that's really where Lex Luthor builds to. I was just surprised, like, because this feels, again, we know this is a restart, but we know this isn't a origin because everybody knows the origin of Superman.
Yeah.
But it feels like we're trying to establish that world, but we are jumping to the end of Lex Luthor's main comic line, and Lex Luthor is kind of very important for Superman. Because this film very much feels like it's just trying its best to set up the Justice League and the rest of the DC universe, which I get it, that's what it's doing, but it doesn't then, it feels like it loses its parts of a Superman movie. Does that make sense?
I'll circle back to that.
That's fine.
I'll circle back to that.
Green Lantern.
I love Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner. It is, like, perfect casting.
I'm almost. So all over the place with that casting.
I love it so much.
Like, he's fun as a character. The haircut is awful, and I know that was intentional. That was picked. The haircut is awful. I cannot look past it. Any scene I get. I don't know if I can defend him as a Green Lantern.
That's the point.
Well, no, but, like... Like, you could still be a good Green Lantern, but still be, like, back and forth on. I don't know if I said...
That's the point, George.
Every time I saw him on scene, I just saw the Rookie. Like, the cop show, The Rookie. Like, it was the Rookie trying to be a superhero.
I love it. I love it.
Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Terrific?
Mr. Terrific,
I wish it was Mr. Fantastic.
Sorry, Mr. Terrific.
I love Mr. Terrific. Like... The breakout.
This was a great portrayal of him. Yeah. It was a lot of fun of a character. I very much enjoyed him.
It's a fun. The biggest comic book movie comeback for an actor.
Yeah.
He played Darwin in X-Men First Class, the one that dies.
Yeah. Starting off with the Engineer and with Ultraman.
Engineer I'm whatever on. It's nanotech. Kind of boring. Ultraman we're gonna touch into spoilers if we talk about.
Well, again, we're not protecting spoilers. I talked about Luthania.
Okay.
That is a kind of a big spoiler to this movie.
Okay, so what you missed, but I assume you picked up because it's Ultraman, is that Ultraman is a clone of Superman. Yada yada. I think it's cool. It caps it kneecaps the no real adversaries problem really easily.
Yeah.
Almost lazily.
Yeah.
But I think it's fun.
Yeah, because again, we get Ultraman. I can't remember, so I'm not good. Don't quote me on this. I can't remember if Lex sets up Ultraman in the comics.
I don't know if it's Lex, but I know that Ultraman in the comics is a clone.
No, he is a clone.
Yeah. I don't know if it's Lex or not.
It feels like we're just like, hey, what's gonna make a good Superman film? And these are all iconic characters.
Yeah.
Let's just throw them all at him at once.
Yeah.
but then it kind of feels like it's kneecapping itself of where do we go from here?
I think it's using it just as a platform and simply that. I don't think this is the end for Ultraman because he gets thrown into a black hole, right? I think he comes back as Bizarro. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Clark Kent in this movie.
Not enough. Not nearly enough.
No.
And, like, circling to Lois Lane, their chemistry is, like, some of the best relationship I've ever seen in a comic book movie.
Yeah.
And, like, there is a raw 12-minute scene at the, like, start of this film that is just them with almost no score going back and forth. And it's, like, phenomenal.
No, yeah, it feels real. Clark Kent, I think, feels really good in this film.
There's just not enough.
There's not enough of him. He's kind of clunky and such, but that's what he's supposed to be because it helps portray it. It's explaining straightforward the hypno glasses. I was very surprised by.
It's a thing from the 60s. It's from the comics.
Well, no,
so.
it's because it's how the justification always has been.
Yep.
And so I'm glad with it. Lois Lane already knowing it.
Probably told her.
I mean, he probably told her,
assume.
but it feels like. Do we need to know that yet?
I don't know.
Again, it feels like every like.
It's a throwaway line, I think.
It feels like every like big like setup for how Superman exists in this world is just kind of like, here there it is, throw it away real quick. We're just gonna keep moving past it.
Yeah, basically. I agree with that.
The costume of Superman.
I love it. It is my favorite screen Superman costume.
This and Wolverine from Deadpool and Wolverine feel like the two most comic accurate looks to a character.
Yeah.
This feels like when we first get that shot, it feels straightforward that this is straight off the comic book.
Yeah.
Like, they just pulled it right.
I love that the trunks are back. Mm-hmm. Did you hear the story about the trunks?
I did.
About how I'm going to tell it for you guys. James Gunn was trying to, for the longest time, figure out a reason for the trunks because obviously he wanted the trunks on the suit, but like it looks dumb on camera. And eventually David was like, "We'll just have the trunks for the trunks. The point of the trunks is to make Superman look less intimidating, look silly, so that he's more approachable by kids."
Yep.
And it pulls off perfect on camera.
No, yeah, it is flawless execution.
Yeah.
Superman himself.
I love it. I'm not a DC fan, for those of you that don't know. I know next to nothing about DC. This is... I'm not going to say this is my first foray into a DC film.
You're stepping into my universe at the moment, is what you're doing.
Yeah, basically. And, like, as far as I'm aware, this is, like, pitch perfect Superman. Like, it's wonderful.
So Superman is not my favorite of the DC heroes, because it's the same kind of problem with Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
They're too perfect.
Yeah.
However, one of the biggest things about Superman I do like is his whole push in almost every comic line. There is a comic line where it changes that he does everything he can out of his way to save everyone. It comes back from his roots, where he, is raised back from the farm, and that he values life over everything else. And they do a great job in this movie pushing that narrative.
Yeah. Really hard.
There are several moments he is stopping in the middle of a fight to make sure that everybody is safe and clear and can keep getting out of there.
Saves a squirrel.
He saves a squirrel. I saw it
out of his way to save a squirrel.
And I loved it.
Yeah, like that exactly is what I'm on about by like it's pitch perfect Superman.
Yes.
Character wise, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to go through like whatever else we can set up for. The Hall of Justice.
I love that they actually used and filmed in the building that they based the animated universe's Hall of Justice on. It's like the Delaware Train Museum or something like that.
It's something like that.
But like they actually used it for the front, for exterior shots and inside. I love that.
Now, in the comic books, we get both. It kind of changes depending on what arc we're in. Do we get the Fortress of Solitude or the Hall of Justice in the future?
Well, we have both of them in this movie.
No. The Justice League in different comic series runs out of either or.
I don't know. Probably the Hall of Justice. I don't see why they would go out of their way to film inside of it.
Because of comic book. Because again, this movie is just legitimately what has been important in the in DC universe, and we're just going to kind of play off that for a quick second.
Okay.
I don't know. I almost feel like we're going to get the Fortress of Solitude is I think where we're going to lean on. Because they spent a lot of time focusing on that that spot.
Yeah.
Supergirl.
It should have been a post-credits.
Yes.
But, like, pacing-wise, it makes sense not to be. It's just setting her up for her movie next year.
Her portrayal, we get real quick in it.
I think it's fine. I don't have any issues with it.
I think it's okay.
They're basing it off of a darker line where instead of... I don't remember if she goes to Earth or not. She goes to, like, a abandoned planet, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I'm curious to see that and go watch it going forward. We will review that.
Yeah.
Because Supergirl, where I don't care for Superman, I actually really like the Supergirl comics. Those are always kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be a little bit more critical of that. Batman is my favorite of the DC verse. And in that comic line, Harley Quinn is my favorite of the Batman verse. I think there's a lot of fun you could have with this version of Kara. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess we'll watch forward going down.
Yeah.
Your score out of 5, and a justification behind it.
I'm gonna do a 3.75.
Okay.
Because I want to give it a 4. I really do. But like my issues with just how many characters there are. There's just too much to chew on. That our titular character doesn't get enough screen time, in my opinion.
Okay.
So I'm giving it a 3.75.
I'm at a 4.
Okay.
I'm higher than you on this one. I had a good time. It is not a great movie.
I think it's good, even great. It's not perfect.
See, I would go the other way. It's not a great movie. It is a good movie. It is a fun movie. It is, at the bare minimum, it is a superhero movie. That's all they have to do with a superhero movie.
I love superhero movies.
That is more than the Eternals can say.
Yeah.
Not the Eternal. Well, and more recently we watched from DC.
DC or from
not Marvel.
Captain America?
No.
Oh, Thunderbolts.
Yeah. Thunderbolts is not a superhero movie.
No.
I'm still on that boat. This at least was a superhero movie. They did what they needed to do. This is a fun movie. I would not go pay to go see it again in theaters.
I did.
Well, I bought it. Well, but you bought food.
I bought your food.
But this was fun. This is enjoyable. I would recommend it to people.
I would recommend it.
I possibly might even buy it on Apple TV. I might if this arc of DC kind of goes this route, I might end up buying this set.
Okay.
Because this set might be a world buildup that is fun and has that kind of attitude. Because they're doing a great job on the character dynamics.
Yeah.
Is what I've got to say. I'm still not exactly happy yet, and I think it's just because we haven't seen enough of it. This universe's version of Green Lantern.
We're also getting Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart.
Well, no, yeah.
Like next year.
No,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I can't say I'm happy with him yet. I need to see how he
interacts with them.
And it grows forward from that there. Yeah. But I think overall this is a fun line. I don't know if any of the Batmans attach into this.
No.
Well, but didn't you say that they're in...
It was a theory.
It was a theory.
That was proven wrong, yeah.
Okay. because that's where I was wondering if like the Batman connects, Robert Pattinson's Batman connected into it.
That was the hope.
That was the hope, but I don't see how that could connect
I don't
either.
see anything. I think he's too young, anyways, for what their plan is. Because their plan is the first Batman movie is supposed to be the dynamic duo, but no, the Brave and the Bold with Damian Wayne.
Oh, we're starting with Damian.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And Robert Pattinson, in my opinion, looks too young to have a son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting. I'll be curious to see where that Batman goes, because Batman, no matter which Batman we're talking about, even if we go all the way back to the suit with the nipples, none of them fit in the Marvel universe. And again, this felt very much like a Marvel movie.
Yeah. Which, I mean, like, in my opinion, that's what these DC films should feel like if they're trying to replicate Marvel, is they should feel like Marvel films, because Marvel films, especially like the older ones, are comic book movies.
Correct.
Where like the DCEU were not comic book movies, in my opinion. They're movies based on comic books.
In my opinion, though, the Batman series of the DCEU, and this is why they've always done so well, all very much feel like comic book Batman movies.
Which ones?
Any of them, besides the one with nipples.
Okay. Yeah.
That was a choice.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, they feel that dark and gritty... Batman is in a dark and gritty sub-universe of this universe.
Yes.
That dark and gritty does not fit in Marvel.
No.
So it does not fit in the current run of this movie. Though, again, this movie might just be more set up, bright colors and nice to get people in, to slowly go into more of that verse. I guess we'll see.
We'll see.
But, so 4, you were at a 3.75. 7.75 out of 10.
That's good.
That's good. It is a passable movie. I wanted to give it a 5, but that's just more to the DC nerd in me going like, this is a fun movie. It's not a 5.
No.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let us know your opinions down below. And if you're gonna go see it, and if you're gonna go get it, that's the other side is. Well, actually, hold on. Before we wrap it,
I haven't looked at this yet.
I haven't even looked at the numbers. We looked at a preview of them earlier this week. We came up to what was our budgetary that financially needs to be at. It was like 6.
It was like 650,
620,
Yeah.
625. I think it was 625 because of the weird budget on this one. Why did you go to Harkins? Superman domestic box office. This is on Sunday, 122 and worldwide 95, 217. On the previews, it opened up at 22.5. Opening night 56.1.
Wow.
Then it dropped to 37.7 and it dropped to 28.2.
Okay. That's pretty good.
That's a pretty big drop for the first weekend.
Yeah.
We'll see where the final numbers of today come out at. But to get to 625-ish, I don't know if it's got the momentum. And that makes me wonder if, when talking marketing aspect, because again, one of the biggest things I'm seeing on most articles talking about it is James Gunn whole pushing that this is all a politic movie. People don't want political movies anymore.
Yeah.
They want to just go back to going to the theaters and enjoying a movie.
Yeah.
I think his own statement is hurting the film. And I mean that goes back to like even Euro Disneyland on its opening day. It was going to be so popular that don't come, and then it tanked for the first 2 months.
Yeah.
Well, first year, but we'll see. We'll watch it. We'll have an update to that on Tuesday. That will give us the full weekend breakdown. And however it does on Monday, we're still in summer. Sales should still be okay come Monday.
Yeah.
Any other things, any other comments, any other pieces to add into the run of it all?
I think that's it.
You think that's it? Well, if you made it this part of the video, be sure to like, subscribe, comment how we're wrong, and we know nothing what we're talking about because we've seen plenty of those comments. Those are always fun. I've told you that we've gotten those ones, yeah? Yeah, those are fun. Anywho, Join us on Tuesday for the Pop Culture Jungle, where we talk about all things pop culture at 6 p.m. And this week, join us on Friday. It's not set up on the screen. Where we are going to be live streaming at about 4 p.m. Donkey Kong Bonanza. Checking out that game. But until then, see ya.
Bye.